Okay, guys, I just searched the streaming on YouTube. We're going to be starting in just 2 minutes. And we got a treat today. And I'm going to introduce them in a minute. It's going to be very exciting what we're going to have. So we're doing some tag teaming today. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll be back in just 2 minutes.
Want to
Okay, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know if it's morning, afternoon, or evening like we are here in South Africa, but obviously I am Gregg Warmbier. My lovely wife is actually online, but she's got some other things she's doing. So we have an amazing co-host today. I think I found someone who's as fired up as I am and talks just as fast as I do. So hopefully you've had your cup of coffee or energy drink or something, or you're wearing some of the energy patches or something. I'm just telling you, hopefully you're wearing your X39. But we're going to be talking about this amazing technology that has changed our lives. Literally, it's been an amazing technology for so many people. We got business now in 29 countries around the world because of people can't stop spreading the word. It's been absolutely fantastic. And being here in South Africa, the business is exploding here. And one of the fastest growing guys here in South Africa is actually Brendan Duplessis. He's actually cranking this business. And so one thing so he said, I talked to him and said, hey, since Menda's not going to be joining me today, would you mind co-hosting with me and doing part of the meeting? So he's going to be actually doing the part that talks more about the technology, talking about the testimonials, talking more about the product itself, and then I'm going to kind of talk more about the opportunity. But I'm going to hand it over to, once again, an awesome leader in this business, actually going to be he's going to be an elite SPD in this business. So Mr. Brendan Duplessis, take it away. Awesome.
Well, thank you so much, Greg. That's an amazing introduction as always. And I think all the credit actually goes back to Greg. Greg is actually now up in South Africa, and we've been really running the streets together, and trying to just grow the LifeWeb organization and help a lot more people. So I think I'm just going to quickly share, while everyone still gets onto the Zoom, I'm going to just share exactly why it is that I am actually sitting right here in front of you today, wanting to share this amazing technology with everyone. So, at about the beginning of the year, I had met Greg, and he came to a networking group that we're there. Everyone meets to basically grow their business. And Greg was talking about this amazing technology called the X39. He stood up and he said to everyone, this is a stem cell reactivation technology, and he shared amazing testimonials. Long story short, after that, I had spoken to him. The reason I had spoken to him is I'm sure all of us at least know someone that has suffered from the COVID, right? The dreaded COVID. And my mom was actually one of them. It hit her really bad. She had COVID, and after that period, she had started losing hair. Her energy was very low. She wouldn't go out and do anything anymore. She was literally staying at home all the time. She would go to work, she would come back home, and she would sleep the whole day, go to work the next day, sleep the whole day, and this continued. On Saturday, it would be the same thing. Maybe she went out once, or she would say, I'm so tired from the week, I just want to stay at home. And she went from us having house parties. We had like 30, 40 people coming for barbecues, having just hosting dinners, just literally living such a great life, to her now coming to the point of she doesn't want to see anyone. She doesn't want to go out anymore. She just physically can't handle it anymore. And seeing this happen to the person you love, that routine of not actually living your life, just getting by, just actually wishing you weren't even around anymore. That's such a sad thing. And this was my mom. So I had to take this serious. So when I asked Greg about it, and he said, I said, will this help my mom through all of this, this COVID story? And he said, absolutely. She just has to try it. 97% of people see a result within the first 90 days. So she has to just wait for at least 90 days, 1 month for every decade you've been alive, preferably, but at least 90 days, and just see what happens. And I promise you, at the end of those 90 days, it was a complete turnaround. Her energy had finally came back. She was going out again. She was literally meeting friends every chance she got. I mean, of course you would. If you now have the energy to go and meet people that you want, that you haven't seen forever, you're going to just be having coffees, lunches, cakes, and teas with everyone that you possibly can. And that's what she was doing. My mom was back to living her best life. And that was life changing. Her hair started growing back, her skin started becoming better. She's now written 3 different books. She's putting together training programs. Like she's literally becoming such an amazing person, all because she started wearing this technology. And the updates, so this was now in about March time. The updates just 2 weeks ago. She's also had high blood pressure for about 20 years. And just two weeks ago, she went for her yearly high blood pressure checkup. Okay. And the doctor checked her blood pressure. It was 120 over 80. He was so shocked. He didn't say anything to her. He said to her, we're going to just wait about 15 minutes and we're going to see, what's actually going on. She was stressing, thinking, okay, well, it's the last week of my work. It's the end of the year. It's Christmas coming up. A family member is sick. So stressed out about everything. She's thinking, oh my word, it must be like 300 over 500, whatever. So high that it's crazy. And 50 minutes later, what do you know? He checked it again. What is it? 120 over 80. Oh my word. Blowing up my mind. This is crazy. This is my mom. 120 over 80, but she's had high blood pressure for her whole life. Now, he said to her that she can come off a little bit of her medication. He's going to monitor her, and eventually we're going to take her off. Now, she is not the only person. We have another person on the Zoom tonight. I don't know if they're joining. Her name's Jess. She came off of a thyroid medication that she's been taking for like 40 years. So the name of the game with this technology is going to be helping people get their life back. But the main thing is getting a quality life back. Not relying on medications, not relying on drugs, but relying on what your body already has. Just giving you the tool that you need to basically use it to its best ability. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share some slides. We're going to try to get through this as quick as possible so that everyone can get back to the merry year. There it is. Alrighty. Let's just do this. Sorry. Right, there it is. So the first question that we always ask people, and I'm sure after tonight, if you are new here, Going into this Christmas time, you're going to want to ask every single person you meet this specific question. Have you been patched yet? It's one of the most life-changing questions I guarantee you can ever ask someone. Because once you ask someone, have you been patched yet? It completely will change their life. And if they say yes, ask them, what has it done for you? Because I promise you, any story they tell you will absolutely blow your mind. So what we're going to cover today is talking about how we can help your body elevate something that is so key to activating something that repairs your body so that you can start regenerating. So what is this all about? So the person that invented this amazing little technology I just shared about, his name is David Schmitz. Okay. David Schmitz is the CEO and inventor of X39. He has over 180 different patents. He's a scientist and inventor, specializing in age reversing. And in 2008, he decided to focus his attention on stem cell research. Now, not many people know stem cells are one of the key things in your body that are basically keeping your body from deteriorating. But what starts happening is that as you start getting older, your stem cells actually start becoming dormant. Now, when your stem cells start becoming dormant, your body starts deteriorating. So just to cover about age reversing, right? What is age reversing? People hear that and think, that's funny. That's not real. Age reversing. Age reversing, all it means is stopping your body or getting to the point that's helping your body to stop that deterioration, right? Is allowing your body to start healing itself so that it never ages. That is what age reversing is. And can I tell you, have you ever cut your finger and then your finger actually heals itself? Right? What is that? That's regeneration. Your body is healing itself, right? So if you can tap into that mechanism, but really ramp it up, turn on the volume switch and make it next level. It's not just your finger that's going to start healing. It's going to be organs that start repairing itself. It's going to be damaged tissue in your body that's going to start repairing itself. That is what stem cells are, right? Your stem cells are the key to doing all of these amazing things. So in 2008, he focused his attention on stem cells, and then it took him 10 years from that point and $4.5 million, whoop, $4.5 million to bring to market, right? So that's about 80 million Rand for all of our South Africans. Now, 80 million Rand out of this guy's pockets, right, is a lot of money, right? Like, I don't think people even understand how much this guy actually cares about people to invest that amount of money to help people live a better quality life. All right, so I'm not sure what's going on with this little line here.
If you
There it
unshare and
is.
then unshare again, that line will go away, just so you know. That's by someone marking on the screen by accident.
All right. So again, what is it that we are covering? Oh, my word. Let's see here. There it is. There we go. So the X39 is an affordable stem cell reactivation technology in a patch. That's what sums up what X39 is. It's an affordable technology that comes in a patch that can start reactivating your body's own stem cells. Okay. Now, how it does that? Remember, I said to you that it taps into a mechanism that you already have. And that mechanism is the mechanism that produces copper peptide in the body. So what all this patch is doing is that it's turning up the volume on how much copper peptide your body is producing so that it can start reactivating your body's own stem cells, right? So just simply put is you're basically using something that's increasing the fuel that your stem cells need to start working again and start repairing your body. So what happens once you start tapping into this mechanism and start elevating this copper peptide? What starts happening is that it starts activating your stem cells, improving your energy, elevating oxidants in your body, reducing inflammation, managing pain. So many people wake up in the morning like, oh my word, my back. Oh, yeah, my shoulder is sore. So many people are suffering with pain. And it's so sad to see, actually. It helps improve your stamina. It elevates your body's own natural collagen production, and it helps your body to improve its wound healing mechanism, right? So it turns up the volume on how your body starts healing itself. Now that is super amazing. So just to cover that, right? When we're talking about a patent, this is a legal document. This is a document that has taken 10 years of developments and research and clinical case studies and doctors and really clever people looking at it, coming together and agreeing that this invention, a patent, we have the sole right to sell this product. Only LifeWave can sell this product because we are the inventors of this technology. No other company, not even China, is able to produce this technology. Only we are able to do it, right? That's what a patent is. And because we have a patent, it is proving that everything I just read to you here is the truth. We have proven, because we have a patent, it has been proven that we elevate copper peptide in the body. And because we can elevate copper peptide in the body, we therefore end up activate your body's stem cells, improve your energy, elevate antioxidants, reduce inflammation, manage your pain, improve your stamina, elevate your collagen production, and improve your wound healing. All of that is proven by our patents. Awesome. So the X39 stem cell activation patch, right? So not many people actually know this, but the fewer stem cells that you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. And I just mentioned to you a few slides ago that as you get older, right, your stem cells start becoming dormant, right? At 60, right, you basically have barely any stem cell activity. Whereas at 30, you have about 50% of your stem cells active. So between 30 and 60, you basically start losing all of your body's ability to heal itself. So at 60, that's why we start getting really worried about the people we love and care about once they hit the age of 60, because from that point on, that is when the body starts ramping up its period of deterioration, right? People's eyesight starts going bad, people's aches and pains start getting worse, people's quality of sleep starts getting worse, people's bladder control starts getting worse, people's the chances of you getting a chronic disease that's going to wipe you out is dramatically increased, right? And this is a reality. I'm not saying these things because I'm trying to scare someone or trying to be ugly, but it's the reality that as you get older, I mean, look here. Aging is a disease that will affect you. Hashtag Gregg Warmbier. Thanks for sharing, Greg. Aging is a disease that will affect you. This is something that you can't run away from if you don't use the technology that's going to help you, right? This is a process that until this point, hasn't found a way to basically stop. It's the one thing that everyone is going to suffer and face. And then after you age, you then end up in the grave. And that's the sad reality. But we'd rather make that process as long and as quality as possible, right? So as I just mentioned, 100 million people are experiencing these symptoms of aging, right? Not having the energy, having no collagen production, so having all the wrinkles, not living a quality life, right? And that's all because of their stem cell activity becoming dormant. So how does the X39 work, right? It's all good and well that I'm telling you, we have this patented technology. It is going to reactivate your stem cells. Your body is going to start turning into this powerhouse and wanting to heal itself and become the next level version that you've never seen before because you've never used X39. You are going to start tapping into something that is undeniable and just so mind-blowing that once you get started, you really will want to tell other people, right? So how does it work? It's completely natural, okay? It uses what we call phototherapy. Another word for this is light therapy. Everyone has heard of red light therapy. You can see here it's blue light therapy. All this is doing is shining energy, right? Lights energy onto the body to basically stimulate the body's process of waking up, if you want to say. It's the same way of when you wake up and you're really feeling a bit groggy, you go up and you walk outside and you go stand in the sun. After 15 minutes, you feel so much better. It's like you've just got a recharge. This is a real thing. This is what vitamin B is. What does vitamin B do? It gives you energy. Where do you get vitamin D? From the sun, right? So once you start tapping into this process, it's a natural process phototherapy, you start now taking it into a technology, right? Which is what we've done. You've taken now a natural process, you put it into the technology, and now you start using it on the body to tap into a natural process your body already does. And that happens through what we call a nanocrystal technology, right? So basically, it reflects your body's light, your body's own heat to start activating again. So it uses your body's heat to through this form of phototherapy to start elevating this copper peptide that I told you you're all about, right? So once you wear the patch, it uses phototherapy to use your body's heat to reflect light, to activate your body's stem cells and get your body working again. Completely natural, so non-transdermal, no drugs, chemicals, or stimulants go into the body, and it's non-invasive, right? So anyone that is worried, oh no, I don't want anything going into my body, I'm scared of medicine, I'm scared of the stem cell coming into me, I have to repeat, it's completely natural. No stem cells go into you, nothing, no chemicals go into you, no drugs go into you, completely natural. You wear it on your body and it uses basically, it's like shines a light that you can't see onto your skin to start tapping into your body's own process. Don't try and understand it, right? Don't try and understand it because you probably won't. And if you do, amazing. But just know that it's natural. It's not going to hurt you, even if you're on medications. It's the best thing ever. So how do you wear X39, right? So you wear your patch for 12 hours a day, right? And then you take it off for 12 hours. So for example, you wake up in the morning from eight in the morning until 8 in the evening. That's your 12-hour slots. And then you take it off at night, you go and you have your shower, and then you go to bed. That is the process. You throw that patch away, and then in the next morning when you wake up again, 8 o'clock, you put a new patch on, you wear it for 12 hours, and you take it off again. You can wear more than one patch at a time. So let's say, for example, you wore a patch today, but tomorrow your knee is maybe a bit sore because you stepped funny. You are more than welcome to take your old patch and put it on that area, or even another patch, right? Take a new patch and put it on that area and see what happens, because we've seen miraculous results. We've had people within 20 minutes. I'm not sure if Andre's even on the call tonight. We had people within 20 minutes that had a sprained ankle, going from limping and looking funny to 20 minutes later jumping on his foot and dancing again, which is crazy. You have to drink plenty of water. When you start wearing the patch, you really want to make sure that your body has what it needs to just, actually repair. Your body is like 90%, 70% water, right? There's a lot of water in your body. But if you're not drinking water, it's going to be using stale water. And I don't think you want to repair your body with something that's stale. Alrighty. So what do we have here? Here we have a topography map, right? This is of one of the studies that we did to show what the X39 is doing in the body, right? So this is of a 77-year-old woman. They placed the X39 at the back of the neck. And as you can see on session one, before we placed the X39, you can see this red area, right? This is what inflammation looks like. Everyone knows what inflammation feels like, right? It's all those aches and pains. Your joints are sore, you're waking up and you feel stiff. All of that is inflammation. This red is what inflammation looks like on this topography map, okay? And you can see a lot of inflammation in the brain, very little stem cell activity, and a lack of brain coherence. A lack of brain coherence means brain fog. Walking into a room, forgetting. In the middle of your conversation, forgetting what you're talking about. It happens to people. You can see here 3 weeks on the X39, she barely had any inflammation in her body. And then there was improved brain coherence. So better mental clarity, right? Better mental clarity means that you can start solving problems quicker, start thinking better, start thinking faster, start actually using your brain's potential to things that, if you start unlocking the power of mental clarity, right? And you are working a job or you have a business, imagine the power that gives you, right? You're now unlocking extra space in your brain to solve problems faster, to basically find out how can you grow your business quicker, simply for the fact that your brain is now clear to actually think, right? That's what reducing inflammation in the brain does. 6 weeks on X39, complete turnaround. No more inflammation in the brain, improved stem cell activity, and better brain coherence. So this is her now being able to 6 weeks on her brain is now almost completely clear. And this is a 77-year-old woman. So now what effect does that have? If this lady had a risk of dementia, Alzheimer's, and now her brain cell activity is working again, is trying to clear out those diseases and that inflammation. Imagine how many families are going to get back their loved ones because of this technology. Even Greg has a testimonial about his father with this technology. It is so amazing. So this is another study that was done on the inflammation on people. This was 30 minutes later. You can see all this inflammation in the body, red, and 30 minutes later, yellow, green. This is someone with arthritis, same story. I mean, everyone knows someone with arthritis. Why wouldn't you, after seeing this, want to tell them about something that's going to help them, right? So let's talk about the long-term results, okay? The long-term results, it's all good and well that you know that's going to activate your stem cells, but what does that actually mean for you in the long run, right? You wear your patch 12 hours a day, consistently for 90 days. What does that look like? Well, in the first few days, you start resetting your body's own genes, right? So all that means is that you start rebooting, right, your body's genes to start repairing your body that is deteriorating, right? It starts getting your body back into a healthier state. It's taking something that is basically dormant and a bit damaged and resetting it to a healthier state to get working again. How amazing is that? Within 6 weeks, as you just saw, it balances everybody's brain. So everyone needs this, especially going into January. Everyone needs to start getting the mental clarity for 2025. And within 3 months, that's 90 days, your collagen is increased, right? So people's skin starts getting firmer. People that have had skin conditions start clearing up. People that have had cartilage deteriorate, it starts growing back again. People that have had, like I'll show you soon, people's hair that has fallen out starts growing again. Your organs, all of them, the building block is from collagen, right? It's your stem cells, collagen. Your collagen basically fills in the rest of your body in terms of your organs and all those happy things. Within 6 months, your heart reverses in age. So we did a clinical study that proved that 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years after just using X39 for 6 months. Where do you want proof? My mom. What did I say? She's had high blood pressure her whole life for 20 years. And after just wearing the patch since March, she goes and she has her yearly blood pressure checkup, and her blood pressure is 120/80. Are you telling me that's not having a positive impact on her body? Are you telling me with her lovely skin and Greg, you can see he has no wrinkles? Are you telling me that your collagen is actually not increasing? The proof is all around you, by the way. You can see it. I have this much energy because of the patch. I didn't take any Red Bull today. I mean, I think I've never had this much energy, even with the Red Bull. Okay. So it's really amazing. It's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. That's the key thing here. This is not something that's surface level. You put a cream on and it makes you look younger. This is actually making you younger. This is actually helping your body in a positive way from the inside out. I mean, wow. Benefits of X39. I'm not going to spend too much time on here, but this is just to remind everyone, right? It's in our patent. Once you start wearing X39, mental clarity is going to start coming your way. It's going to start helping restore muscle and skeletal conditions. It is going to improve your sleep. Everyone think of someone right now on sleeping medication. Boom, that's the first person that you're going to now ask, have you been patched yet? Because if you know it's going to help them, why wouldn't you tell them? Improve skin appearance. How many of you know someone with a wrinkle? How many? Now you have to tell everyone that you know with a wrinkle, have you been patched yet? Because this is going to help them. Increase strength. People that have had conditions that basically reduce their muscle mass, right? Increase strength is what's going to help them. Reduce inflammation. Everyone has inflammation. Nobody is running away from inflammation. So would you rather take an anti-inflammatory that actually is a drug that is suppressing something in your body? Or would you rather naturally use something that's going to reduce inflammation and put your body in a state where it can start healing itself, right? Increase stamina. Anyone that's an athlete, anyone that does gymming, anyone that wants to run, anyone that wants to be physically active and just be good at it and sustain it, this is something to look at. Energy and vitality. I mean, energy, that is like the biggest one. Everyone is complaining about not everyone gets to like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and they're just like, okay, let's wrap this day up now. It's getting a bit late now. We don't want that. I mean, it can go until 10 p.m. and I'm going to be this fired up because once you know that this is going to help so many people, it's so hard to actually sleep. Because when you're sleeping, you could be the difference in someone's life from saving someone, from living 20 years. It can take one interaction and it can make someone live 20 years in pain and in suffering. But it could have taken you to open your mouth one time to say to them, have you been patched yet? Well, I think I've heard of something that could possibly help you. Talk to Brendan. That's all you need to do, right? Because if you know it can help them, why wouldn't you tell them? There you go. So we want to help everyone achieve an optimal health, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Help you achieve, right, a complete state of physical, mental, and social well-being, right? Nothing is promising to give you these things. Once you start patching, it's not just about the patch. You start getting access to successful people with regards to LifeWave. The community of LifeWave is such a good community to be part of because it's a bunch of winners. People that are a part of LifeWave are winners and people that want to achieve more in life. If you start taking your health serious and you start getting that on track, do you not think it opens up your life to drive for something greater? Right? And that's what LifeWave is all about. What an amazing community. I'm going to just go through these things in like literally 2 minutes, and then I'm going to hand over through to Greg. But we have doctors on X39, right? We have an amazing gentleman, Dr. Stillman. I'm going to share a website where you can go watch his interview about what the X39 has done for him and his practice. We have Adam Schneider here, Shiner. He's a plastic surgeon, right? So he has actually operated on people and he has seen that generally without X39, the recovery for his patients was between 6 to 7 to 10 weeks for recovery. But now with X39, they wear it 1 month before surgery and 1 month after. The recovery rates has come down to 7 to 10 days. 7 to 10 days because of X39. I think this is something that people should really take serious. Don't sleep on it because it really could change your life if you actually allow it to. Here you can see people with regards to their skin. This is day 1, day 42. 355. Greg has an updated picture now. You would swear it's her younger sister. Skin around the eyes. This lady's eyes have actually now got life in. 9 weeks later. And look at this, 5 months. Are you telling me now around Christmas time, you're not going to come across someone that looks like this? Is it not only the right thing to say, hey, Jenny, how about we get you started on something that's going to really help you? Because if you love and care about someone, you don't want them to look like that, especially when you know that they can start looking like that. Amazing. Vertiligo. Look at that, 3 months. How life-changing is that? Imagine the confidence boost just because his face is starting to clear up. I mean, let's all just be honest. If this was you in this situation, if you had vertigo with all this over your face, are you telling me you're not going to be self-conscious at times? Maybe 90% of the time you'll be fine. I don't care. But there will be times that you wish you didn't have this condition. And the fact that that wish can now become a reality. Wow. Bell's palsy, 3 months. That's amazing. Life-changing. Psoriasis. Healing after surgery. Whoop. Day 1. Day 5, this is someone with diabetes, no blood flow. This was the potential of amputation. Can we please understand the seriousness of this, right? This was a point of amputation, and now day 5, he's basically got his foot back. Swelling in the ankles. Healing after wounds, 5 days. The younger you are, the faster it works, the better it heals you. 7 weeks, 21 days. Hair growth. This is 3 months, 7 weeks, 6 weeks. I mean, it can just go on and on. Athletes, it's completely natural. It's not a drug, it's not a stimulant, it's completely natural. Serena Williams, David Beckham, everyone knows these people. So I'm sure that by now everyone can see that the X39 is very sophisticated. Phototherapy, using my body's heat. It's like, what is this guy talking about? It's very sophisticated, but it is very simple to explain. You put a patch on once per day for 12 hours, you take it off at night, and you put a new one on in the morning. Or that's all you got to do and drink water. Very simple. Put it on, wait for 12 hours, take it off. The testimonials that I've shared with you are really life-changing and emotional. You won't find another product giving these type of testimonials. And the best thing about X39 is it absolutely works. It absolutely works. It's amazing how great it works. And you just got to try it. You please have to try it. Just do yourself a favor. Everyone has worked so hard for 2024. Why not start 2025 off with something that can do such amazing things for you and your body? Don't you think you deserve to give your body a break after living how many years abusing it, drinking, or just not actually looking after it, not eating properly, not going to gym, right? Everybody's body needs a break, and this is something that's going to help you get there. So I'm going to see here. We do have a testimonial, Greg. I'm not sure if I'm sure I've shared enough testimonials. I'm not sure if you want to take over from here.
No, you're good. Please play a testimonial. It's a very powerful testimonial. Please play that.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Alrighty. And so he spoke.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Lacey Dale from.
Can you hear it? Okay, so let
Yep,
me
it's
just
good.
restart it.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Lacey Dale from Oklahoma, and my daughter was diagnosed at 7 days old with cystic fibrosis. Many people don't know what that is, but it is the genetic progressive terminal disease that has mucus buildup on both the lungs and the pancreas. That thick, sticky mucus causes her to have to do hours of daily treatment each day. And so, through the many hills and valleys of her 16 years of life, we've had lots of valleys, but our very deepest one was May 22nd, when she was diagnosed with a bacteria in her lungs that was terminal. And we watched her body rapidly decline before our eyes. My husband and I were on our knees, and we had hundreds of hands laid and prayers prayed on her. We were so grateful a few weeks later that our friend called us up and offered the X39 that she had been wearing and her mom had had success with in a matter of days after dealing with COVID long hauler issues. So she thought it might be something worth trying on Crossland. Now, of course, as a caretaker, you can instantly become very skeptical when everybody else wants to bring you things. But what I have always been is open-minded to opportunity, and that is applied to Crossland's healthcare. So, in this moment in time, not only was I open-minded, but I was also desperate. And I found in sharing this with other people that they're either open-minded or they're desperate. But in that moment of my life, I was in both camps. So on June 21st was the first patch that we put on her, and she slept all night. And that was something that had never happened in her life because her body would always wake her up coughing each night. So now that has become her nightly normal, as well as no more night sweats from all of her medications. Both are first time ever in her life experiences. On July 9th, 15 days later, we went to her CF clinicals where we discovered that she had 100% lung function when she did her pulmonary function testing. Now, that was a first in her life, and that was doubling what her former tests had been. Now she also was living with a strength and stamina that we had never seen before, keeping up with her daddy and brother and I. And again, this was only 15 days in, but it was our secret. We did not tell the doctor what was going on because I did not know exactly what was going on. All I knew at that point was that my daughter was sleeping through the night. So 7 weeks later, on August 14th, it was the day of truth. We went back and also had 100% lung function once more. So this time, the doctor looked at me with great suspicion because he was used to me doing out of the box things with her health all the time. And I divulged the secret and showed him all of the scientific papers, and it gave him all of the explanations, to which he chuckled and said, "Oh dear, this is one more of your fun ideas." And then he put the stethoscope on her lungs. And to his own shock, he heard no crackling. And for 3.5 years, she had had a lot of crackling due to all the bacteria she had been battling. It had built this deep scar tissue in her lungs. And now he was jaw dropped because there was zero crackling, which meant the scar tissue was gone. October 10th, we went back in for more clinicals. And at this time, she gave him her running report, where she had never exercised a day in her life. And now she was running 3.5 to 4 miles every day. And that proved to herself and to the doctor that her junior rheumatoid arthritis was now gone, that had been caused 2 years prior by an antibiotic. So the exciting conclusion to this story was our family has never traveled. To take Crossland outside of our little Oklahoma, North Texas bubble would already send her body into regression and recovery modes that would last for days and weeks at a time. And for Thanksgiving week, we just went to Arizona. And the week following, we went to Las Vegas for the National Finals Rodeo, where she had a 2-week dream trip of her lifetime. And when we returned home, it was like she had never traveled, not one bit. No regression, no sickness. And we all know what it's like to go to places like Las Vegas where there's germs everywhere. So that showed us the power of the patch. We will never forget Christmas Day this year, because our greatest Christmas miracle will be 6 months exactly from June 25th to December 25th of what we received. So faith is believing in the unseen. And I feel like Crossland's story for his glory is both a faith builder and an X39 testimony builder, wrapped together all in one, of the power beneath the surface.
Woo! That is awesome. That is like super awesome, right? This is like a kid who was suffering a terminal illness, but now because of the X39, within days had seen a result. Went from not having any more bacteria in his lungs to going on holiday, where normally when they went on holiday, he would come back and he would be sick again. Right? This is life changing. So the last thing that I'll end off with is, if you want more information on the products, right? If that is the case, you can go to thisisinfo.com. It's very easy. You know, once people start using the products and you start actually seeing what this can do for you, you are definitely going to think, just like all of us, this is it. Because there is nothing like the X39. Because this is it. This is the thing that is going to help your body get to the place that you could never ever imagine. This is at info.com, and I have one 30-second video to play that's going to lead into very nicely what Gregg is going to then share with us. Obviously, all of you have now realized what X39 can do for you. However, what this means when you can tell people is a completely different ballgame. And everyone is looking for what X39 is, which means that this is an opportunity that you don't want to miss. And I want to share something with you, because I want all of us here. If you are here right now, it means that there was a reason for you to be here. And we want everyone to dream big for 2025, because 2025 is going to be the best, biggest, and baddest year ever. And I can't wait for it. And I'm super excited for it, because we are just getting started. And I want to just play a little 30-second video, and then we'll open it up
I
to
would just
Gregg.
encourage you to dream really big about 2025, because I'm 50 and I don't know that I've ever in my life ever had an opportunity like the next 12 to 24 months in this company ever. And I don't know that I ever will. This may be the one greatest opportunity of my lifetime, and it's right here in front of us. And so I just want to encourage you guys, dream big, be very teachable, take advantage of the fact that you have two of the top leaders in the company ready and willing to help you guys, and it's going to be amazing.
Alrighty, so just to end it off there, we are part of a community of winners, as I mentioned. He just said that he's 50. Just like Greg is also in his 50s. No one can tell this. It's like the biggest secret ever. And we need to tell people. Because once you start wearing the patch and you start looking this amazing, don't you think your life is going to change? I mean, it is just the best thing ever. So I'm gonna hand it off to Greg, but I want everyone to just hear, from someone that's been in this business, right? He's been in the Lifeway business for 2 years, and he's just got such a wealth of business experience that anyone that is looking for an opportunity to change their life and start doing something that actually matters, start helping people live a better life, not take on a new business and start a new job. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying an opportunity to help people live a better quality life. That is what we want to talk to you about today. Because, like I said, if you actually understand what I just shared with you, you would now want to go out there and ask as many people as possible, have you been patched yet? Because this patch is going to change every single person's life that decides, but you need to decide to put it on. So Greg, over to you. Greg is just super amazing. That's the last thing. Greg is super amazing, and I really want people to just open up their ears and their hearts to listen from where he's going to be speaking. So over to you, Greg.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Brendan. Absolutely fantastic job explaining the product, the testimonials. I mean, not only testimonials of his mom, but also all the testimonials he's shown. And he shared that video with me earlier today, and I said, man, we got to play that video because, again, we can never make any guarantees, but we can share what we've seen. What we've seen in this business has been absolutely life changing. So we've been able to help people with things like Parkinson's and MS and Alzheimer's, dementia, autism actually reversing, everything with any kind of itis, like you talk about rheumatoid arthritis and all these autoimmune diseases. So we've seen that all ourselves, but we can never guarantee for anything for anybody, but we've seen that personally. So the one thing that we love doing is sharing this business with people, because I share this product with people, obviously, but I also share, the business with people, because he talked about, optimal health, right? How would you like the idea of optimal wealth? And I'm not kidding. My whole life changed because literally when I took a look at this business, the number one thing I was looking for was freedom. I said, I wanted to get away from my job. My job became toxic. I was very successful at what I did, made a very good income, but literally got to the point where the management changed their style. They became micromanagers, and it was toxic. It was not good. The number one thing to me has always been family, spending time with my family. And I said, if I can get freedom and not have a job anymore, I can spend even more time with my family. And so literally within 14 months, was able to replace my income. 2 months later, fired my job. That was on January 8th of this year. I basically fired my job at the beginning of this year. And the most amazing thing is walking into freedom, walking into having security and be able to travel. We won 5 free incentive trips this year, and I can talk more about this, but I only got like a real short period of time. But one thing you want to talk to you about, more than else, one of the number one things people are looking for is better health, especially what's going on right now. People understand that people are looking for ways to get healthier. Once again, we're all getting older, like Brendan says, and that really is something that's taking toll a lot of people. But the idea of also being debt free, we're helping a lot of people do the exact same thing too, which is cool. So I'm going to run through some things pretty quickly, explaining a little bit more about the business. The company itself is rocket ship. I mean, it's a number one momentum ranked networking company in the world today. So it's fastest growing company in the world. The couple we work with is Steve and Gina Merritt. They made over $65 million prior to coming to LifeWave, and so they knew how to build big teams, help a lot of people. And today, they're the fastest growing organization within LifeWave. And so even David Schmidt talked about it. He said, this is the number one team in the world today, which is absolutely fantastic. So here's David Schmidt and Meredith, who's actually the president of the company. They actually won the Direct Sales News 2024 Global Bravo Awards for the fastest growing company out there. So we've been getting all kinds of accolades from a company standpoint. And again, I can show you the charts of what's going. This is 2023. You're going to be amazed at what happens in 2024. So what I want to share is how we make the money, because there's really 4 ways that you can earn income through this business. Some people are just like, you know what? I'm good at what I do. I like it, what I'm doing. I don't know if I want to quit my job. Great. Whatever your dream is, whatever you want to do, that's what I would think, what you think about. But I want you to think about if you could basically replace your income, double your income, or just some people saying, hey, if I can make an extra $1,000 a month, maybe 20,000 Rand for those who are in South Africa here, an extra, say 1,000 euros per month. Would that make a difference in your life? What if it was 1,000 Rand or $1,000 or 1,000 euros per week, 20,000 Rands per week? Would that make a difference in your life? I want you to think about that as we're going through this, because the first way we make money is by actually helping people get started with the product, which is kind of nice. So we make a little bit of money there. The second way we make money is huge. It's by building teams, by building a network. And if any of you understand this, is basically very, very simple. We build a right team and we build a left team. It's something called a binary. And I didn't know much about this. When I started researching it, I realized this is the most powerful way to actually help people become successful. Because what happens is you get started as a brand partner. Now you can buy the product at wholesale. I always tell people, would you rather pay retail or would you rather pay wholesale? I'm still trying to find anybody say, I want to pay retail. So wholesale is getting it at a cheaper price, right? You want to get wholesale. Well, you become a brand partner, you get the product at wholesale. Then if you say, hey, I like the idea of maybe getting the product for free or making some money, then what we do is introduce us to other people. And say we introduce two people on the right, we put your brother, sister, aunt, cousin, business partner, friends, clients, whoever, one person on the right, one person, another person on the right, another person on the left, another person on the left. When you have four people, you're known as what's called a manager. It's just a title that opens up the compensation plan to you. So as a manager, you now can make up to $1,500 a week. Now it doesn't start there. You make basically 100, then 200, then 300, then 400, and it starts adding more and more and more and more over time. Now what happens? You'll find people like Brendan and goes, I want to be a manager. You find other people that say, you know what, I want to be a manager. Now what happens? You got a manager right, manager left. Now you're known as a director, and you make up to $2,500 a week, and it goes all the way up to $25,000 a week. Now that's big money. I mean, we're talking 1.3 million US dollars per year that you can earn on this one, but it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. The part that I love the most about this, it's a graduating scale. So what happens is as you basically bring two people in, or right, two people, if you become a manager, that means we have two managers, you become a director. When you find someone helps someone become a director on the right, director on the left, you become a senior director. And this is a very big point for a lot of people, because at this point, we started making about $1,000 a week. So if you said, I like that idea, what you just mentioned, 20,000 Rand per week, man, that'd be amazing. Well, we're going to help you do this. We're helping people do this within 90 days, sometimes takes 6 months, sometimes takes a year. It depends on you and what you're willing to do. And we can never guarantee incomes. Then what happened, we hit the executive director level, and this is what was able to set me free. This is what making a 6-figure income basically at the executive director level to start. And you can grow it obviously from there. As you can tell, that's $7,500 a week. You can earn up to that. 6 weeks later, we hit the presidential rank because, again, momentum happens. When you start talking to people who talk to people who talk to people who talk to people, you can't stop it if you want to. Then back in October, beginning of October, we hit a senior presidential director. So we hit the highest rank in the company in just literally 2 years. We've been in this industry before, but we've never had success like this. And so now we know what we're doing. We know how to do it. We know what to do. Everything else, like Steve and Gina, they know exactly what to do, how to do it. And we have a whole system to teach people how to do this. So whatever your dream and goal is, we can help you accomplish that. But this is not even the biggest way to make money. The biggest way is the next one. It's called the matching bonus. If you like the idea of unlimited, because the other one's limited at 25,000 a week, not bad, right? But unlimited is you can make as much money as you want. So the cool thing about this, and I'm going to mute some people real quick, sorry. So what happens in this is that when you look at it from a business standpoint, as you bring people in, the more successful they become, the more successful that you can become. So what happens is that when we personally brought Brendan in personally, when I met him at the BNI meeting, I brought him in, and we basically, now my goal is to help Brendan do what? I want to help him make $25,000 a week. Why? Because I get 25% of that as a matching bonus. Doesn't even hurt what he's doing. He can make as much money as he wants. But once again, on the binary, I can make up to 25%. Now, Brendan sponsored a ton of people. So what happens now, anybody he brings in, I make 20% of that. So what I want to help those people do? I want to help them make $25,000 a week, right? But even as they're making 100 and 200 and 500, I'm making 20%, Brendan's making 25%. So what happens here now is that on the third level here, those people bring people in. So in reality here, what happens, it's unlimited because people are actually bringing in a lot of people. Like my sponsor Ken's brought in over 200 people. We've done the same thing. So imagine finding people like Ken, finding people like the guy who just showed a minute ago, Andy Hosier, who has now over 35,000 people on his team. So you understand what can happen from that. People are making over $100,000 a week from just this here. So if you understand income and how you can make money, it's absolutely huge. So again, how we get started is very, very simple. We tell people, try the product. We always say, we call it a 3-2-1 launch, meaning that if you're someone says, you know what, and the person who invites you want to let them know if you're a 3, 2, or 1. And what that means is a 3 is, can you give me some more information? I want to do some more research. That's great. No problem with that. A 2 is someone says, yeah, can I just get the product? I want to get the product. Can I get it wholesale? Great. We'll register you. And it's up to you if you want to build a business or not. And a 1 is like, I like that idea of an extra $1,000 a week. Can I do this, or make an extra $100,000 a week? Whatever it is your dream or goal is, we help you do that. And there's really 3 packs. What happens is that when you say I want to buy it at retail, you can pay $150 for a 30-day supply, or about 3,000 Rand from a Rand standpoint for a 30-day supply. But we get to people at wholesale. Like I said, I don't sell at retail. We get it at wholesale. At wholesale, you got to buy at least 3 sleeves, and you want to get at least 3 sleeves because, again, for you and your significant other, or for you and your family, but you also say for yourself, you want to get at least a 90-day supply. So once again, by doing that, you get it now at about $100, a little bit less than $100 a sleeve. And once again, a sleeve is a 30-day supply. So now you actually can utilize this for yourself and utilize it for people you love. And that's really someone who just wants to try the product. The people who want to build a business, you want to get at least the advanced or the premium. Because I'm going to let you know, if people say, well, how do I maximize the money on this? Well, you want to be at least at the advanced, because you have to be at least at the advanced, and then on 2-sleeve auto ship. So we got the biggest pack. So the advanced is 6 sleeves for $535. That's a great deal. That's actually well less than, it's like $87, a sleeve. When you look at this, when you look at the, once again, $87 sleeve, you can get the premium pack, get the biggest pack that you can possibly get. And what's great about the two, it delays even the auto ship for up to 90 days. So once you get to premium, you don't have to order any product for 90 days, which is kind of cool. But what happens after that, you'll be on 2-sleeve auto ship. So we bought the biggest pack here. But then our monthly expense is only $200 a month. That's it. So I got a sleeve. My wife gets a sleeve. I'm like, you don't touch mine, I won't touch yours, right? So what happens, we keep our own product for ourselves, and that's at $200 a month. I was talking to a guy today who has a very, very large company. I think probably his payroll is a little bit more than that. I think probably one employee pays a lot more than that, right? So, but you think about all these different things that can happen, but we made our money back in 2.5 weeks once we got the premium pack, because we started actually sharing it with others. But instead of lending someone, or giving somebody product, or say, hey, let me give some patches, Steve and Gina said, what you do is when someone registers, you lend them a full sleeve. And then when their product comes back, you just get it back. So we started what they call place and replace, place and replace, place and replace. And we started doing that back and forth and back and forth. In 2.5 weeks, we made the money back. How do we do that? Because you make $35 when you register someone on the core pack. You make $75 on the advanced, and you make $405 on the premium pack. So we got several people on the premium, several people in advanced, several people on the core, and we made our money back. In our first month, we made almost $3,000. So people say, can you make money pretty quickly? Yeah, we've got people on our team that made more than that their first 30 days. So it's all dependent upon you and what you want to do. And we recommend, if you say, I'm interested in the business, let's help you launch your business. We've had people, well, it's Christmas and New Year's. I'll wait till maybe the second week in January. I said, that's fine. We're going to work with other people who want to launch their business right after Christmas. We've got meetings on Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Monday. And I mean, it's like for people who say, hey, I'm willing to launch this, we can do a launch meeting for you. It's a personalized meeting for you and your friends. So to wrap up, basically, we tell people, get back together with the person and say, do you want to do the core? Do you want to advance the premium? Whatever works best for you. You can always even upgrade. We have people that start the core and they basically then upgrade the next month to basically the advanced, and you just pay the differential. You've already paid $295. You end up spending $240 and getting 3 more sleeves. That's called a deal. I mean, most companies like that, you can't do that. This is the most fair compensation, fair company I've ever seen in my entire life, because again, they just want people to win. And they want people to succeed, in this industry, which is pretty awesome. So again, we have, like Brendan mentioned, we got 2 different parts. We got This Is It info, has all the information you want. It's got like 3 great videos at the beginning. They're only 2 to 3 minutes. It's got the video from Dr. Lynn Stillman, but it's got, even scroll down further, there's a medical doctor section that talks more about this. So you can do all the research you want. I said the best way to do research is put the patch on, right? Put the patch on and do your research. You got 30-day money back guarantee, no risk whatsoever. Then the second thing we have is we have a team website. ThisIsItTeam.com will teach you what to do and how to do that. But the best part about this, you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. You have a whole team. We work with you. All the people who ever brought you actually will work with you and help you develop your business. So it's not like, okay, here's the information, go talk to a bunch of people, good luck. No, we work with people on a regular basis. In fact, we have a team training we do right after this. It's basically called Next Level Training for people who want to be a part of that. If you say, hey, can I get on that next level training in 5 minutes? Just ask the person who brought you and we can tie you into that, because this is for people who want to make 2025 year the best year they've ever had in their entire life. We've had the best year we've ever had in 2024, and next year is going to make 2024 look small. I'm just telling you that right now what's going on. So we have a whole system, what's called the PRO strategy. P means patch, basically to expose us to people every single day. R is for revisit. Basically, we want to follow up people every single day and go for an opportunity. We want to share the opportunity with them. So we call it a 3-3-1 minimum. So we say, people, can you talk to 3 people a day? Can you follow up with 3 people a day and tell each one of them about an opportunity and get them onto a Zoom like this? Because that's what we want to do, is help people as much as you can. And you just do stuff like that consistently, every day, guess what happens? your business will grow like crazy. Like I said, we have almost 5,000 people on our team now, not because of us, but because people who talk to people, who talk to people, talk to people in 29 countries around the world. We're not anything special. We're just very passionate about helping people. If you heard some of the stories from today and they touched your heart, and you heard kind of what Brenda was talking about his mom, or was talking about once again with the young lady with the cystic fibrosis, or you talk about other people that actually have, all these different kind of ailments, and you go, I know some people have ailments. A lot of people are like, yeah, it's me, but other people, if you got people that have ailments, but then you think about how many people are looking for wealth. They're looking for, once again, more income. Some people look at a side hustle, this and that. I'm telling you right now, you take this seriously, this will outdo your current income. I'm telling you that right now. This is what we were able to do. So the last thing is, once again, we've got the Facebook channel that you can actually go on the Facebook and you'll see all these people ranking up. We just put another one on there from a person actually in Sweden, actually just became a new manager on our team. And then when you look at, once again, we got a YouTube channel. You can actually go on this, and I'd recommend scanning this, because if you want to get emails from our team, even if you're part of the team or whatever, and you want to know, we'll get text messages and emails, you want to scan this and actually put in your information. You can get regular text and stuff from Steve and Gina Merritt. And then once again, we work with Ken and Diana Burke and a lot of the people on the team. We can help you with that as well. There's other different Zooms that are going on. Once again, there's different ones that are basically, like even tonight in the United States at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. They're doing that. The rest of the holiday season, they're basically taking off, but they're doing one actually tonight. But normally on Tuesdays we have one for the UK. They have basically another one for Sydney. On Wednesdays, basically they have one for 8 p.m. US. Friday 12 o'clock. We will do another meeting next Monday, same time, same channel, same everything. So if you say, hey, I know some people that might have some interest, bring them to the meeting next Monday. We're going to be talking about, again, this. My wife will be joining me for that meeting here. But again, they get different team trainings, everything like that. So the big thing that we always talk about too is that if you say, hey, how do I get this thing to the next level? They're doing a virtual event on January 10th and 11th. I tell people all the time, if you want to learn what to do, how to do it, learn from people who are literally successful. I mean, we've got people, a lot of these people are making a 6-figure monthly income, and a lot of them are making a 6-figure weekly income, if you understand. And they're basically, the people that are going to be speaking are people that are at senior presidential level and above, which is pretty awesome. So again, you can get the tickets for basically, they're still on sale at the early bird pricing, basically $155. That is dirt cheap. We spend thousands of dollars for these types of things. But the last thing is then, it's just, once again, talk to the person who invited you. Tell them what you want to do. If you're 3, just want more information, tell them you're 3. If you say, hey, can I just try the product? I want to utilize the product. Can I get wholesale? Absolutely, we'll help you do that. And then if you want to build the business feature, great. But if you're one that says, hey, what do I got to do to get started? We'll get you registered and get you launched. So that's what we're going to do. So again, it's always exciting hearing, from Brendan, because again, he is absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, we both talk very fast. I apologize. I can't talk slow. I can try. If you heard me say, hey, I'm so excited about this business, I've been abducted or something. I don't tell, because that's not me. So anyway, so we're super excited to share with you. We're jumping on the next level meeting in 1 minute. So again, we're going to let you go now, get together the person who brought you here, and let's help as many people as possible. So God bless you. Have a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next Monday. God bless you. Have a great day. Love you. Bye-bye.